You guys should be paying for this stuff. It's all free. Hey, what is up YouTube? I hope you are all doing well. I have an interesting video today. It's something different. We're gonna cover the 10 most burning questions in fitness, in the gym, health community. Interesting one, I've been thinking about doing it for a while, so I hopped on Google and researched the 10 most burning questions. Let's get straight into it. So the first one, let's have a look. How often should you be training your abs? So in my opinion, you want to train them 3 times per week. Now this is only if you're in a cutting phase, because what happens when you train any muscle, it grows. The rule of thumb would be, if you're cutting, train them 3 times per week. I would do some sort of leg raise for the lower portion of the abs. I would do a sit-up for the upper portion of the abs, and then I'll do some kind of twist for the obliques. So 3 times per week when you're cutting, and the compound movements kind of take care of the core when you're bulking. All right, the second most burning question. What's the fastest way to grow your chest? Now, when it comes to chest training, it's probably my strongest body part. So you want to train them, again, same thing with a core. You want to train it as frequently as possible. Train it 3 times per week, okay? Make sure that you're getting the proper recovery that you need. Make sure that you're hitting your protein, all right? You're recovering fast enough. And I would say 2 to 3 times per week. Make sure that you're doing an incline press. Always do incline, never do flat. Do an incline press, do a fly variation or 2, and then do a dip, a push-up, and maybe do another press for isolation, in which case it can be a flat press. So considering all those things, that would be the fastest way to grow your chest. All right, question number 3. How often should you be resting in between sets? This is an interesting one because some people believe you should rest, you should go back to back. Some people believe that you need 5 minutes. I believe neither. I think that 90 seconds is the perfect amount of time for you to rest in between a set and then get straight into it. I think if you're doing a compound, that's when you need somewhere between 2 to 3 minutes to recover and get the full benefits strength-wise. So if I'm doing a bench press or I'm doing a squat or a deadlift, I'll probably look at resting around 3 minutes. Whereas if I'm doing some kind of isolation or a working set, I'm gonna rest 90 seconds. Okay, question number 4. What is the best type of workout for weight loss? And a lot of people get this wrong because they'll be doing like 20 reps, 30 reps in the gym. You're not in the gym and you're not lifting weights to lose weight. You're lifting weights to build muscle. So to do 30 reps with a light weight is ridiculous unless you're training for some sort of resistant sport. You're in the gym to build muscle, and in saying that, if you're doing 8 to 10 reps that are very intense and is requiring a lot of energy, you're gonna be burning calories during that time, all right? So not only are you gonna be building muscle, but you're also going to be stripping away the fat, burning calories. As opposed to fat loss and losing weight, you obviously wanna do cardio as well. So I would prescribe a combination of cardio and strength training. Combine those two and you're gonna get muscle and also strip the fat. Try it out. Okay, question number 5. The biggest mistake people make when trying to lose weight. Not really a question. I think that ties into the 4th question. True. So the biggest mistake people make when trying to lose weight, it's trying to burn calories during weight training sessions. We just covered that. Okay, this is a big one. Should you bulk or should you cut? And I'm gonna say neither, because if you're asking that question, you're probably stuck in a bit of a dilemma between what you should be doing and how you should be eating, if you're asking that question, I'm gonna put it as simple as this. Are you tracking your calories? Okay, are you at a maintenance? You should be at a maintenance to know whether you should be bulking or you should be cutting. So if your goal is to shred down and you're tracking your calories and you're at a maintenance, then you wanna slowly retract your carbohydrates from your diet, okay? Keep the protein the same, keep the fats the same, and then slowly retract the carbs from your diet, and you will lose fat. And the same goes for bulking. So get yourself on a maintenance for the first phase. The second phase will be more calories, bulking. The third phase will be, a full-on bulk where you're eating a crazy amount of carbs, and then cycle back down. The biggest mistake I made when I hopped off stage and I finished my cut was I just went on a binge, and that's when I gained a lot of fat very quickly and felt extremely uncomfortable. So you always want to make sure that your diet is balanced and you're always gradually increasing or decreasing your calories. So step 1, get yourself on a maintenance. Step 2, figure out whether you're losing weight or you're gaining weight. Step 3, make the adjustments. So either increase your calories if that's your goal to bulk, or decrease your calories if you are trying to cut. The best foods to eat for muscle growth. And I'm gonna put it as simple as this. The best foods to eat for muscle growth is whole foods. Foods that your body can digest easily, okay? So I'm actually not taking any protein powders at the moment. Everything that I eat comes from, whole foods, meat, chicken, fish, eggs. You get yourself on a whole food diet, right? You'll find yourself optimal energy-wise, right? You're full of energy. Second, you're gonna be building muscle faster. And third, you're not gonna be putting on as much fat because your body knows how to store the food properly. So I'm in an all-out bulk right now, and I'm personally not eating any processed carbs. Sweet potato, rice, and bread, and wholemeal bread. So those are the best foods to eat, the whole foods. How do I fix muscle imbalances? Right, so I actually had a problem with this. I think it was my left pec that was bigger than my right pec. And the best way to solve this is to do single arm movements, okay? So what this is gonna do, make sure that your strength is the same, okay? You're able to get the amount of reps on one side that you would the other, and make sure that you're doing those single arm movements. A lot of people just do the full thing because it's quicker and it's more efficient and it's more fun. But if you want a balanced aesthetic physique, you have to be doing the single arm movements, and you have to be training each muscle evenly, okay? Make sure every muscle gets trained. If your goal is once a week, train it once a week. If your goal is to train it as frequently as possible, then train it twice a week, okay? And if it's a really weak muscle group that you wanna bring up, as we spoke about earlier, train it 3 times per week. Okay, question number 8. How do I stay consistent when I'm not seeing results? So this is more of a mindset thing. And, I would say the reason why I haven't missed a training session in the last 5 years is because I wake up and it's on my mind, right? I'm excited about the session that I'm about to do. And it might be an intense leg session, but if you can grind your gears and motivate yourself in a way which is beyond results, okay? And you can motivate yourself in a matter of that heavy squat, that challenge that you're gonna give yourself when you get to the gym, then your goal is beyond what you look like. And that's what it should be. You guys should be having fun during your training sessions, not just training to look a certain way. And I promise you, once you start enjoying your sessions, once you're on a program that you enjoy, once you're eating foods that you enjoy and that are healthy, okay, you will start to feel better. Your sessions will start to be more efficient and you will live a better life. All right, we're gonna do question number 8 now. I had to go back and get 2 more questions because 2 of the other questions were faulty. Anyway, What is the best time to train? Okay, now this is more of a preference thing. I think my favorite time to train is at night for the weight training and for the bodybuilding. And the reason being is because I have a max amount of food in me, a max amount of energy, and I just feel like the pumps and the aura of the gym and myself is just way better. Also the lighting, I like the lighting at night. So I would personally recommend to train in the morning, but if you're someone who wants to get the best out of their sessions, I would say somewhere between the evening and the night is the best time. Okay guys, the last question, how often should I train? Now, this comes down to what your goal is. If your goal is to build muscle and as much muscle as possible, train 6 times per week. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, that's too much. You know, you're overdoing it. Well, if you're getting the correct amount of sleep, you're eating the right foods, your body's recovering properly and you feel good, there's no reason why you can't train 6 days a week. But if your goal is to just generally be healthy, live your best life, feel good, I would say anywhere between 3 to 4 times a week are perfect. And if you're someone who's very serious about the gym and you're very serious about fitness and becoming your best, I would say 5 times a week is perfect too. But if you're someone who's dedicated and you're someone who wants to get the absolute best out of your sessions, get the best out of your body, 6 times per week is the number, I would say. But again, it comes down to preference, how your body's recovering, how you feel, right? Don't train 6 days a week if you don't feel like you're able to train 6 days a week, but that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, who am I? Anyway guys, that is 10 of the most burning questions that I was able to cover today. I hope you guys gained something from this video. If you have any questions or you feel like something didn't get answered and you want answering, just put it in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Anyway guys, that's it for now. I got some exciting shit coming this year on my YouTube, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed and you like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.